Hi, this is Shelley Sparks. I'm coming to you from my garden today, and I want to talk to you about birds. When I first started feeding birds in my yard, I only thought about what typical bird feeder. You'll see it's loaded up with food for the birds. That food will be gone in 2 days. The birds just come and get it. And this is what I thought would attract all the different kinds of birds to my yard. What I didn't understand is that different birds have different requirements, and if you want to attract various kinds of birds to your yard, that you have to set out different types of food for them. So this will attract sparrows and wrens, and the doves will get to the inevitable mess that's left on the ground, so they'll feed on the ground stuff. But at some point I decided that I wanted to have goldfinches in my yard, so I added this feeder. You could see that the feeder is away from the other feeder. It's kind of out in the open, and the yellow top has a tendency to attract the goldfinches to it. And the goldfinches are usually the only kinds of birds that enjoy this kind of food, so they're the only ones that are on the feeder for the most part. And they have the most beautiful songs to sing to entertain us. Of course, I have my hummingbird feeders. I have a couple of them because hummingbirds are really territorial, and sometimes one will feed on one and the other will feed on the other, and other times one will just chase them all away. And so hummingbird feeders are wonderful, and I can watch the hummingbirds from my kitchen while I'm washing dishes. And today I just added my Oriole feeder. The Orioles are coming out to migrating through California now. They're headed up this way. So my hope is that I'll be able to attract Orioles to my yard as well. So I've got this Oriole feeder that is really different. It looks like, in some ways, a hummingbird feeder, and a hummingbird feeder will feed off of this, but the Orioles apparently like to have fruit and other stuff. So some years I get the Oreos, and other years I don't. So there's a variety of other things that are needed and wanted by birds. There's trees for shelter and nesting. There's water source. And so it's really a complete bird habitat in my yard. There's also plants that shed things that can be used for nests as well. And I do have my, I would like to clear away a lot of these dead leaves and things like that, but birds also use that for nesting. This is Shelley Sparks. If you'd like more information about landscape design and creating habitats for the wildlife around you, check out my website, www.harmonygardens.net. Thanks for listening.